Hey Lee, where you at?
I am cooking dinner on my brand new stove in beautiful Ogallala, Nebraska. I'm puttering along because I'm taking the bacon off the stove. I'm using bacon to season the grill. It's a flat top grill. And this is really cool because I've been cooking on a frying pan on top of a little ring on top of my heater stove. And food doesn't stay on it. I tip things over regularly, which really pisses me off. And this is working really great. So, yeehaw.
Cool.
And today, we traveled, and that needs to stay on. I traveled only about 9 miles, just so I could get in here. I've been doing a lot of business stuff, just trying to get stuff taken care of so that I can keep going. I'm headed to, oh shit, I've forgotten where I'm headed to, but I'm headed down the road and I know I'm going to have to go, so yeehaw. So it was a good day. I tried catching some mail. It didn't quite make it in here yet. I'm camped at a bomb. It's late. I'm tired. Bomb gardeners or something like that. I'm camped on their grass, actually. They just said, pull up. We don't care about it. So, okay. So I pulled up and away we go. Falling asleep as we're driving, that I don't like. Not really sleeping at night, that I also don't like. But sometimes you just can't sleep. So
Is that because of the horse or just in general?
No, it's because of the cot. Extremely uncomfortable.
Is it like a fold-out cot, or what is it?
Just like a military cot.
Is there something more comfortable that you could get?
Not right now. I'm having trouble with room with all the grain.
But
I just can't get, there's no room, period. When I crawl in, there's enough room for me to crawl in, but if I had to get on the other side, I wouldn't be able to stay there.
So if you got a different cot, would you be able to crawl in better, or is it just a bigger wagon?
No, because this is designed for this cot. It's got short legs, and it's just a cot. It's miserable. So I've just got to get through the summer. That's the main thing.
Do you plan on upgrading your wagon and getting a bigger wagon at some point, or?
I plan on upgrading my wagon and getting a decent wagon that I don't have to be bent over all the time. That's part of the problem. I rescaled Jesse today, and he only weighs 1840. And so that means he's pulling 3,900 to 4,500 pounds by himself over the mountains.
And he's handling it okay?
Handling it really well.
Good.
So, yeehaw.
Yeehaw. Well, since a lot of the things that you do involves, you meeting very generous people, that you've talked about, which thank you to everyone, by the way, who has helped the horse traveler out on his journey so far. What could people do to help you get a better wagon? If that's the right question to ask.
If they want to help, contact us.
Okay.
I'm not thinking about that right now. I've got 1,000 miles more to go, 1,100 miles more to go before I have to start thinking about that.
That's the amount of miles left on your wagon you think it'll last? Like how long it'll last before you need to upgrade
No,
it?
that's where the new running gear is.
Gotcha.
In Michigan. So that's my next goal, is to get there. Get the running gear, get some tires on it, and go from there.
And why do you have to go all the way to Michigan? Why isn't there something closer?
Because I own a brand new running gear setting in Michigan.
Gotcha.
I bought it 2 years ago when I was working up at Mackinac Island. So, yeehaw.
Yeehaw. Is there anything else on your mind, Lee?
Yeah, I'm thinking about getting a friend to write questions. And if you guys want to add questions to it, please feel free to. We need to do something different because this is getting too rote. It's getting kind of hard to answer.
Yeah.
So that's about all I'm thinking.
Do you, with like your food for the days, like you said you're eating dinner right now, do you have to just buy your food by the day, or do you have a way to kind of get some for when you're not when you're not near civilization? Do you kind of stock up for a few days, or how do you manage that?
A couple of days and put it in my ice chest and keep buying ice. Ugh. But it's really only about the same price of propane when you consider.
Yeah.
And since I'm buying meat, beef mainly, it's doable. I'm not trying to keep fresh vegetables, which would just go bad. Get all waterlogged, yada yada.
Right.
So my new stove is a success.
Good.
$150 by the time I bought plumbing for the pipe for the for the hose. So that wasn't bad.
So you hooked the stove up to your propane tank?
Mm-hmm.
Gotcha. And then do you do that outside, or you got to do that inside the wagon?
I could do it inside, but it'd be miserably hot.
Yeah.
So then that's part of the reason I didn't want to be using that little stove or heater that I've got, because it's hard to get things good and level, which you have to do. By using this stove, I can have things unlevel. I've actually got it on the tongue on a piece of plywood. So, yeehaw.
Yeehaw. Is there anything else you'd like to share with your listeners?
I think that's about it. I don't know if I'm going to travel tomorrow or run errands. It's going to take I'm trying to get a haircut tomorrow.
Okay. All right.
I'm looking like a shaggy bum, and I don't like that. So,
you want to mention the new platform that you're on, or not yet?
Not yet.
Not yet? Okay.
Yeah. I got to work things out a little bit.
Yeah.
So, yeehaw.
Yeehaw. Well, if you don't have anything else, Lee.
I think we're good.
Okay. Thank you, everybody, for following, liking, subscribing, sharing this with other people. Thank you for visiting the website, xamericabyhorse.com. Thank you for sharing all that you do with Lee as he travels and helping him in whatever ways that you do. And thanks for listening.
Yeehaw.